by Masson. Nice little touch to Hooks. But it's Ipswich who win it back, and that's a lovely play by Almuren to Mills. Away goes Brazil. Klein comes over. No Mariner, of course, on the far post. And it's Almuren. He was struggling there. It was a nicely hit left-foot shot. Good covering by County, but there's a lot of blue-shirted players up and down to Arnold Muren, over the top, just as Bobby Robson comes down to the ranks below from his seat in the director's box. It's Masson breaking, Christie on his right, Hooks on his left, and McCulloch here. And Benjamin. McCulloch on the touchline on the right. And McCulloch beats McCall. Christie. Brilliant save. Must go in now. Hooks puts it away. He had a couple of attempts, was denied by a brilliant save, but that surely wraps it up for Notts County, and that'll be a memorable win. And a good move too. Patiently worked down that right-hand flank. It was a good cross. Christie knocks it back. Now Hooks really should have it first time, but Cooper does a good job. Now it's really slow-mo in normal time as Hooks has two bites, then finally rolls it over the line, and he couldn't miss that one. So that's 3-1. It's a goal for Paul Hooks. It's a very impressive scoreline for Notts County. Masson and McCulloch. And McCulloch's dangerous, particularly with Mayer getting into the penalty area. Masson is asking, demanding it. Mayer into injury time, with Notts County really enjoying themselves. And a free kick, or is the throw-in? With everything going County's way at the moment, they withstood some pretty fearsome pressure, conceded a goal and got one back very quickly. And they've done some pretty good things in this game. That's out, it looked like, but no, the linesman says it wasn't. There indeed is the final whistle. So the end of Ipswich Town's 9-game run of victories. Goals in the second half from Tyson. After 53 minutes, looked as if Ipswich were back in business, but a quick reply after another 3 minutes by Brian Kilcline from the corner put County in the lead again, and after a lot of pressure on their goal, they break, they build well, and it's Paul Hooks to wrap it up. A major success for Notts County, and the sort of result which throws the championship even wider open. The final score is Ipswich 1, Notts County 3.
It's a great result, that, for Notts County. Indeed, despite lots of fears about County's ability to survive in Division 1, it must be pointed out that they are now 7 points clear of the bottom three, and the only Midlands club higher in the table than County is Nottingham Forest. Well, that result also relegates Ipswich to third place. The new leaders are Southampton, who replaced Manchester United at the top. Liverpool, though, are now the team to watch. But the weekend surely belongs to Notts County. So what did County's Don Masson think of his side's performance?
Well, it's probably the best we've played all season. Mind you, having said that, we've been playing like that for most of the season. And I think it was a thoroughly deserved win.
And indeed, although you lost 4-0 the last game against Liverpool, you played a bit like that in the first half.
In the first half hour, we played exceptionally well. We missed the penalty, and that was the turning point of the game. And, of course, I fancy Liverpool to win the championship.
Well, I'll ask you about that later, but let's deal with this game first. Were you surprised how much room you got to play?
Well, not really, because Ipswich are a very, very good team, and but we kept possession very well, and we've got good players, and we can play. And if Ipswich had got the first goal, it might have been an entirely different game.
But indeed, you created 2 or 3 chances in the first 15 minutes, didn't you?
That's right. We could have been 2-0 up, and I think at half-time, if we got in 3-4-0 up, I don't think there would have been any dispute about it.
But that first goal must have been a terrific boost to everyone.
I think it's one of the best goals I've ever seen. A few 1-2s, McCulloch and Mayer, 2 Scotsmen, by the way, and played exceptionally well. And it was a good finish, clinical finish, exceptional goal.
Nicely turned by McCulloch to Mayer. Return from Hooks to McCulloch, and then McCulloch coming again. In for Mayer. Drives one. It's a terrific goal. But if you can come to a place like this and perform like that, you can't have too many worries the rest of the season.
Well, I said at the beginning of the season, people didn't believe me, but I said that the players we've got, well, there wasn't any danger of us struggling, and we're now getting the results that our performances deserve, and I don't see any danger of getting relegated.
Well, indeed, Jimmy Greaves, when we saw them win at the league champions Aston Villa on the opening day, you from then on have had a lot of respect for them, I think.
A lot of respect. I agree with what Don says. I mean, they've got players. I mean, McCulloch, I think, is as good as any player in the first division, virtually. I think most clubs would have him. Hooks is playing well. The whole team is pushing it about. Don himself, we know, is a master of knocking the ball about nice and simply.
What about Brian Kilcline?
Well, Kilcline's the fellow that I really rate. I mean, I think he's come on a bundle this year. Here you can see him. He's bringing the ball forward, and he knocks the ball in. And he does this a lot. He sets up a lot of moves that County go on to complete in this case, as Hooksy does hit the bar here. But Kilcline is always one of these players who's in the thick of things, and I rate him highly. Here we'll see what is a really great tackle on Alan Brazil. I mean, Brazil's in there, and he gets himself in there and alleviates the problem. I think with him, he's one of these big 6'4" fellas, beautiful header for goal, one of these big 6'4" fellas who looks sort of straight out of a 1948 Tarzan movie, and if he sort of streamlined himself, I think he's in line for a very good career.
Well, we saw McDermott score a very good goal, but we saw a sort of a goal from Notts County, the first one, that surely, Jim, people at the start of the season wouldn't have expected.
Well, it particularly interests me, a goal like this, because during the course of a season, teams have training exercises, and sometimes the manager will say, right, we're going to play one-touch football for 20 minutes, and everybody hates playing one-touch football, really, but here you see the perfect example of one-touch football, and I think, quite honestly, if they were playing one-touch football, they'd have never succeeded in scoring this goal. But it's quite unbelievable, and really it's one of the most unusual and exciting goals that I've seen for a long, long time. Absolutely superb stuff.
Jimmy, thank you very much indeed.
Christie, brilliant save, must go in now.